Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam. Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, February 20th. It's a holiday. I'll be honest, I almost said it's Mental Health Monday and I'm going to take a mental health day and sleep in. But we're here this morning for Mental Health Mondays. Do me a favor and hit that share button. Invite others into the Java Cafe. Let's go in and see who is in so far this morning. It is vacation week. So I know some of our parents are dealing with their offspring. They have a whole week with them. So shout out to all the parents. Heidi, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. I see you got your ticket for Sunday. Opal, good morning to you. Hope you are feeling well and doing well. Sharon Cornelius. Why do I feel like I haven't said that in a long time? Did I have a guest on Thursday and maybe didn't say it? I don't remember. But good morning to you. Dow from Tennessee, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. Also, speaking of Sunday, just want to remind folks that this after dark, oh God, I said it like a real Bostonian. Dow Drumright, I don't want to hear anything. Black Boston, then and now, a discussion about Black Boston's history, rich history and bright future. Historian and author Dart Adams, and also founder and CEO of Boston While Black, Sheena Collier, will be with us. Both of them are going to take us sort of on a review of Boston and its history. And then Sheena's going to talk about, and I'm sure she's going to name, some of the barriers that prevent us from getting to Boston's bright future when it comes to Black Boston. So tickets are live. Let me put the where you can go ahead and get your tickets. Ticket is required in order to attend. And also, I am not that day or that Java After Dark. I am not going to go live. We're going to record it and it will go live at some point for those of you that are unable to attend. But there will not be a production. Will somebody maybe go live on their phone, or somebody that has my phone go live for a few minutes maybe? But we're not going to have a full production of that After Dark. It's an in-person event, but we will on YouTube soon share that with everyone so you're able to get the information and also hear Sheena's vision. So don't forget that is taking place on Sunday at 8 a.m. at the Nubian Gallery in Nubian Square. A ticket is required to attend. You can get your tickets at this link here. It is case specific, JWJ, all lowercase, jwj.info/Black Boston. Then now the N sign didn't work in the link, so I had to take it out. So let's go in and see who else came in this morning. Sister Debbie, good morning to you. And Kelly, good morning to you this morning. Rena, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Dr. Brandy is going to join us in just a few minutes. We are going to recap the Mental Health While Black Summit that took place at Encore. Speaking of Encore, and for those of you that were looking at the pictures of the hot sauce, let me give you a little context to the pictures of the hot sauce, and let me show you what I'm talking about for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about. And y'all pray that this thing works with me this morning. I think it is. Okay. So I'm going to show you all this picture and tell you what this was all about. There we go. All right, let's get this up full screen. Okay, so on Friday night, After the summit, we went out to eat. Shout out to Toy and Dee Dee's Cry for looking out for the panelists as well as the host on Friday. And I ordered oysters. And let me see if I have that picture. I ordered oysters, and this bottle came out. And so, to me, I'm like, okay, this is just a glorified bottle of Red Hot. I like the aesthetic. They put it in a little Doppler thing, blah, 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 blah. And so I tasted it. And I said, this is not Red Hot. So to make a long story short, it's in the bottle. I wasn't going to use it all. So I decided within myself, it's coming back to the room with me. So we're talking and eating, and everybody's fellowshipping and networking. And all of a sudden, the bottle is gone. So y'all know me. Excuse me, can you bring that bottle back? And they brought it back. Then I went back a second night and got another one. So for those of you that are wondering, the little comments and posts about the sauce, that's what that is. So Dr. Brandy is going to be in, excuse me for 1 second. Dr. Brandy is going to be in just a few minutes to chat with us. We won't be too long today. It is a holiday, and I'm going to take advantage of it like some of you are as well. Also, parents, and not just parents, but just if you want to learn, and this is by popular request when we did kind of an online survey in real time with those that listen to Your Healthy Java. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we are going to talk pediatrics, healthy children, and we're also going to talk about asthma. Asthma is a diagnosis that many of our Black and brown children, as well as adults, have in Black and brown communities. And so we're going to talk about pediatrics, healthy children, and asthma on Tuesday. And also on Wednesday, oh, finally, I'm sorry, I just got an email with the tracking information of a package that I was supposed to get for a virtual conference that I attended 2 weeks ago. Email just popped up with the tracking information. Anyway, let me stay focused. On Wednesday, we have a young man by the name of Eric Lindsay and others, a couple other, actually Eric Lindsay and an attorney by the name of Jordana Green that are coming in, and they're going to talk with us about an event they're having on March 11th that talks about home ownership. Home ownership. When we talk about wealth and Dr. Brandy, who's in, we're going to bring her in a second. She has her, I think it's penny pinching. What's the thing called? Let me bring her in just so I don't mess it up because she's sitting back there laughing. Dr. Brandy, what's it called?
Penny pension investing. Penny pension. Because sometimes you ain't got thousands. Sometimes you got hundreds and trying to get to a thousandaire. So,
I'm mad that you said thousandaire. Okay, come through, Mr. Brown. I'm enjoying the red jersey, the red hoodie.
Yeah, it's sweatshirt season today.
Listen,
Especially
I almost
holiday.
called you and told you because when we seen each other, what was it, yesterday or Sunday?
Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday. You were like, what were we doing Saturday? And we we're going to be very general today. But I was like, for a quick second, I'm like, it's Mental Health Monday. How about I just take a mental health day? We just skip today, Jesus. But no, I had to make some announcements. But how you doing? It was a very, I think, great weekend, interesting weekend for some. But how you doing?
I'm let me see, to take it back. I'm full. I am very full. Like I can't even tell you, the last Saturday and Sunday were just spent resting.
Oh, that's
because
good.
Last week was a beast.
It was
good and not so good. It was just a beast of a week.
Yeah.
Just a lot.
Sometimes when it's busy, even though it's good, just the fact that it's busy, it can be a lot. But I'm glad you got some rest because Friday night, I was looking at you, and who was it? You and Toy. Oh my God, we were sitting over there. I think it was Nicole. I looked at y'all, and y'all were just
James. That's because I think I might have got 1 wink of sleep
on
going
Thursday
into
night.
Friday. No, the whole week. The whole week.
Oh God, no.
It's not even like just Dee Dee's Crime. Just saying, like work too. I had some grant proposals due and other stuff. Like literally the whole week. So going into, Friday morning, I was looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but
Oh no, by Friday night when you sat down, I was like, wow, look at Dr. B.
yeah, I was sitting there like,
You're never supposed to tell a lady, hey, you look a little tired. You all right? But I was like, okay, I'm
no,
glad you
it's
got some
not.
rest. Oh, hold
Yeah.
on. I need to show you what I showed the folks a couple of seconds ago. I don't know if you got to see it, but we just have this little thing here.
Okay, let me tell y'all something.
So Brandy was there, y'all. So there's a whole
No,
iteration
let
of
me
the
tell y'all
story.
something. So you know how some people will bring their own hot sauce and be one of those people,
But,
like,
but listen,
no,
this is what
no,
everybody thought. They
no,
thought I bought
no,
that.
no, he ain't bring it. He ain't bring it. So he, James ain't one of those. I'm gonna pull out some hot sauce. No, no, no. He took the hot sauce from the restaurant.
The oysters. Come on, Dr. Brandy. That Doppler. What were they going to? First
But
of all,
granted, we paid for that bottle, so
yeah, pay for the bottle, so it's going
that's
back, and
complimentary.
it's conveniently in a sealed Doppler bottle that when it goes in your pocket, it's not going to drip. But did you notice you were tired? But did you notice the interaction when I realized they took it?
Yes, I saw. I
Oh,
saw you was all like, Poppy, Poppy, come back over here, Poppy.
you did not say that. You wasn't supposed
Yes,
to
you
tell that
did.
part.
Yes, you did. You said, Poppy, Poppy. And he was like, yes. And I was like, okay. And he came right over. And then you were like, yeah, I need the hot sauce because I still got some oysters and that. And he brought it right onto the table. Mhm.
Listen, that
Oh,
hot sauce was
I
so good.
wasn't asleep. Look, my eye was closed, but I wasn't asleep. Mhm.
No, it's the in the background following to me. Oh, you really put me out there, Lord Jesus. I'm about as red as the shirt. So let's talk about Friday. You said you were full. Friday was, and I'll say for you and where you're, comfortable sharing. All of us were talking about the fact that we've heard you present before, but Friday, all of the presentations were well. And shout out to Brother Amari, who I had the chance to interview. But your presentation was very, very different, and you always keep it real, but it was just different, different on Friday. And so give us your sort of recap on Friday. For those that don't know, it was the
Okay.
second in-person summit for mental health
Yes,
while Black.
of mental health while Black. Okay, so we started at 8 a.m., y'all, and it was beautiful. They had breakfast. I ain't get to get any because I was trying to do AV and
I
putting
got a
stuff in.
sausage and 6 potatoes, but go ahead. That's
Yeah,
because I came down a
folks,
little bit late.
folks was yo.
They ate
I think I had a cantaloupe. I think I had one, like
a
literally
cantaloupe,
one.
not a piece, a
One
cantaloupe.
slice. But okay, so from 8 to 9, it was beautiful. Like, people eating and it got packed, y'all. So, like, legitimately, I think we had 150 people in the space, maybe even more in the beginning of the day. 9 o'clock, we started. We showed Dee Dee's Cry video, 8-minute video. It's on YouTube, it's on the Facebook channel. Beautiful video from an event we did last summer that was focused on maternity and mental health. So it was filmed during that, but it really just captured the story of Dee Dee's Cry. And then Toy opened, got a standing ovation. She was about to cry, but then she, soldiered on.
That was intentional. The point was that
We were all like, I was like in the back with the AV, clap louder, so we can get that on camera, like this, get her like this, because that'd be a beautiful moment for the next video. But anyway, so
as a producer, I can understand.
right? But okay, so then Mayor Wu came through, which was beautiful moment. She came through, gave some remarks about, the importance of mental health, just all the work that Toy's done in the community and everything. So it was just beautiful remarks. Then we had, I don't think and let me not forget. Let me not forget. Master of ceremonies, mistress. I can't remember
listen, let me tell you all about Miss.
I can't remember the specific term, but Courtney Cole Courtney Cole. I'm giving it the Sharon Cornelius treatment because she was really, really on point throughout the program, just kind of bringing it all back. Even has some stats, but you can expect nothing less from. But anyways, and then we had like during lunch, during the breakout morning session, there was like an overflow session where those who couldn't get into the other breakout rooms because they was packed, y'all, and I'm gonna talk about them in a minute. There was an overflow session where she talked about how do we really talk, really get the media focused on this and focused on the stories. And it was just beautiful conversation. But okay, so I'll come back to what I thought of my remarks in a minute, but then I got up there and was like, yeah, I had some prepared, but I'm just gonna go off rip and just speak from the heart. And then we had we had Trent Miller come up and talk about our CrossFit program, and just like, him giving remarks about he never really thought about mental health and never really thought about its importance, even though he works in a field where it's all about, releasing those those toxins and energies. But he said, being involved, he's like, I'm gonna stay involved. So shout out to Trent. Then we had let me see, I'm just trying because I want to make sure Milton came up and talked about Man to Man, our monthly group that we have, and gave some beautiful remarks. And then you had Tina Cherry come up, and she really helped Dee Dee's cry in terms of pulling together our loss manual. So for those who've lost a loved one to suicide, we now have a manual available, and we surprised her with an award as well, the Community Champion Award, which we'll give annually. Then we had breakout rooms, y'all. I can't even okay. So at this point, I was just kind of walking around, okay, what's going on? How can I get into space and all that other stuff? So we had two breakouts. We had one, Tina Cherry was leading for the Peace Institute, doing kind of the play circles. And then we had another
Sorry, this is the one.
Yeah, we had another one doing candle making with Lance. And it was beautiful. Like, oh my God, the candle making room. Like, you just walk into it and the smells.
It was.
Woo. And then you walk into the peacemaking, the playmaking, and you just hear laughter and conversation and everything. I mean, it was just really beautiful. It was really beautiful. And then we had sit down lunch, the caprese salad, and it's like all fancy.
What kind of salad?
Oh, look! Don't be mocking how I'm pronouncing it. Caprese salad, caprese. We had that caprese salad, y'all. And then you had your chicken or your veggie option, and then dessert. You get 7 forks and spoons and stuff like that. Nice little presentation. Then after lunch, we had James and Amari kind of it was just a wonderful history / present day Black Boston moment. It really was just really beautiful in terms of talking about not just the Embrace Monument, but monuments in general, the history of monuments, the place, the space, the
Amari broke that down. Oh my!
Yeah, it was just really nice. It was really nice. And I again want to give a shout out to Encore and the AV and the whole team, because we were back there working it while y'all were up there talking. We were like, okay, put that image up and do that.
I'm texting you, talk about slides.
Yes, oh my gosh. Okay. And then we had a beautiful moment. Casey Maitland from Samaritans, she's the chief clinical officer. She did this beautiful moment with glow sticks that we had. I think it was after lunch? Yeah. So it was after lunch before Amari and James came up, but it was this beautiful presentation using glow sticks just to, in a way, uh, connect us all,
Yep.
right? Even though we're from different organizations, different nationalities, and other boxes and categories that we check. During that presentation, you could see how much we were connected in terms of the fight
Mhm.
against the stigma and everything. And then we ended the day with a panel discussion, which was beautiful, beautiful,
These two
beautiful,
brothers
beautiful.
here were just
Um, yeah, just
amazing.
shared about their loss of their loved ones. And it was interesting because both of them shared loss of siblings.
Siblings. Yep.
And so, yeah, it was just a beautiful moment, having them share their stories and just uplift those stories. And gosh, so yeah, yeah, Malik and Lance. And
They did.
so it was,
They the whole day
yeah,
was
it was beautiful.
amazing. And it just and people wonder and ask, even with doing this every Monday, and the theme of mental health and mental wellness has to stay paramount in our community. Where you and I are aware of impacts of events and things that are currently taking place in our community. And so it's so important that we keep raising this issue. You come here on Mondays. You can check out Dee Dee's Cry. I did, for those of you in the comments, I put the link to the video that Dr. Brandy referenced to. And so you can go see that about Dee Dee's Cry as well. There is the men's summit that's coming up in June. There's some other things happening. Java
Oh
with
yeah,
Tubi.
we got we got so much planned, y'all. Like, stay tuned. All the support groups, Healing Begins with Me, Man to Man, Life After Loss. We have the hopefully once it get real warm.
The
It
walking
ain't
group again.
it ain't warm, but it's semi.
It's supposed to
We'll
be
have,
58
we'll have
degrees
some more
today.
CrossFit. We'll
58.
have
Hold
some
on.
more.
58 degrees today.
That ain't warm, man.
That
Y'all,
in the middle of February. That's why I bet you
okay.
somebody's going to grill.
I bet you they will too, especially if they off work. Yeah, but that ain't warm. If I still in a hoodie, that ain't warm. Okay, warm is short sleep. Short sleep.
Okay.
Short sleep.
Listen,
That's warm.
we're gonna transition because we're gonna let the folks by 9:30, hopefully let them go. Mental health. What's your word for today, Dr. Brandy?
Full.
Oh, you did already say that. All right, you did
Yeah,
say, so country.
yeah. That's my word. That's my word.
Full.
It's full. I'm full.
Mine is better. Better.
Mm,
You're aware of, events of the
yeah.
weekend, and I'm better. Friday was a very, very, very interesting day. I want to thank, it's not Thankful Thursday, but I want to thank you and Toy because I think just being, Encore is its own little city, its own little environment itself. And with what I experienced on Friday night, being in a different environment, it hit,
Yeah.
but it was very different. You know what I mean? Because I feel if I was home, I potentially would have been on here doing something I maybe would have
Yeah.
regretted
Yeah.
later. And so I want to thank you and Toy for that. And if you all, is it electronic? I don't want you all to miss, those of you that know Tina Sherry, there's a whole manual around how to deal with homicide after the incident. And Dee Dee's Cry now has that centered for Black folks. So is it available online?
Or suicide prevention. I'm not sure if it's available online yet,
Yes.
but
Okay.
it will be soon.
Okay.
So coming soon. And then
Okay.
again, when I tell y'all we got big stuff planned, like this year, if everything goes on according to plan, or maybe next year, we will have a memorial park in Roxbury
I heard that whole thing, and I
for
even the mayor,
survivors of suicide.
look, even the mayor,
Like,
because she was sitting next to me, and she said, So
like
yes,
right
that-
around the block, in the corner, in the street, like it's, yep, like big things are coming. But what else I was gonna say? Oh, yeah, to Ian, you asked me what my thought was about what I shared.
Yep.
So yeah, so and even Naisha came up to me during the what I think
me and Naisha was sitting there cussing you out because we realize out of all these times you done been on air with us, facilitated during COVID 2020, 2021, 2022, the first part of 2023, me and Naisha was sitting there. We were like, Jimmy, Naisha, we just, Dr. Brandy has never ever kind of shared her story. And so we were sitting
so James, I look at
Dr.
this.
Brandy, you did.
So no. And I told you this that day too, is, oftentimes when I'm in these spaces, I'm called to moderate, to
I
do
am
those
too.
things.
And a year ago, I moderated and I went into a story that I didn't even realize I remembered.
Yeah, I know. So as it goes around, as it comes, I realize that I have not shared my own journey into why I got involved in mental health. And so on Friday, partly because of just the crazy week and other things like that, I was just like, you know what? I ain't doing no slides. I ain't doing no slides. I'm just gonna get up here and talk because it's been that kind of week. And so I got up and shared some of the story. And I will say though, is that it is so true. What we say in all these conversations about sharing your story is powerful. It's healing, not just for yourself, but for others.
Yeah.
Because afterwards, I had so many people coming up and like, wanting to get support or, reaching out or saying, we'd love to have Dee Dee's cry or, things like that. And so it's important. It's important. Even at the end of the day, I literally embraced someone who's just near tears. She was just like, this was beautiful. This was amazing. And I was like, just know you have a community out there. Like, we're here and you were meant to be here today. So it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I know we're trying to get off.
I know.
Kind of early. So I didn't want to
roll with you one of these days.
We'll have to do like an interview or something, and then I'll give people a little insight.
And we'll do that face to face because we the building is coming. The space in the building is coming. So all y'all got to do is come sit down. Everything will always be set up, and I ain't got to travel and bring the studio in the bag with me and all that other stuff. But
Yeah,
Dr. B, thank you.
Hold on, what time though? Hold on, what time in the morning you talking?
So starting in April, we do have access. April 12th may be a very first live studio audience, 9 a.m. Java with me.
Okay.
So where the date is secured, the venue is secured. I just got to figure it out and make sure all the tech work because I'm scared. I got to go up there and test like 5 times, check the Wi-Fi because 9 o'clock and the tech not working. That.
Yeah, that is nerve-wracking. Because I'm telling you, that's why I was sitting with the AV. Most of the day, I was in the back. Like I was like,
Listen, I know how it is. I had to run it for the men's conference for Brother Emerson, so I get it. But don't forget, folks, tomorrow, because when Dr. Brady and I get off, I'm ending. I'm not saying on. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., pediatrics, healthy children and asthma. Y'all have all y'all wonderful offspring, who tend to just kind of carry the germs.
I was
asthmatic. A little bit more. And well, that's the other thing we're talking about, that in Black and brown communities, asthma is one of the top diagnoses. So we're talking general pediatrics and healthy children. And then don't forget Sunday, Dr. Brandy, did you get your ticket? Don't forget Sunday at 8 a.m. at the Nubian Gallery. We are having a dynamic conversation. I'm telling you, this is going to be crazy. That's why we're recording it and I don't have to come because we're not going live Sunday night, Dr. B. I can't handle tech going wrong and making that interview. Yes. But make sure you get your ticket. Don't forget, folks, you can get your tickets. Where is it? There it is.
Where's it at? Hold on.
It's going to be at Nubian Gallery. And to get your ticket, all lowercase jwj.info/Black Boston. Then now come out Sunday night. I know it's a Sunday evening at 8 p.m. But football season is over. And so y'all ain't going to be in bed till 11 o'clock anyway. So we'll see you on Sunday night. But that's it for us this morning. Anything else, Dr. B?
Heidi, what we gonna watch now? I don't know. Like, is it
Heidi, look, Heidi ain't watching nothing. Heidi in these streets talk about
is it
tired.
Is it time to transition?
She was
time to transition to
last
basketball, maybe college, like Is it? I mean, I do sometimes watch March Madness. Sometimes, only when it gets like
Look at this one. She got mine
good.
XFL. Oh, and she said XFL. What's XFL?
That's that's like the NFL's like the I don't know. It's not like a middle league, but it's
Okay.
like a new, old players
See,
or
look at that.
college players that didn't.
You done found a resource in the Java Cafe on Mental Health Monday.
Right.
Your football.
Now I'm even more full. But
She
I'm
said it
definitely
started this weekend, so you better jump in early on that, Dr. B.
yeah. I'll definitely check it out. So y'all, for
Y'all.
those of you who do have a holiday, enjoy it. Don't look
Yes.
at no screens. For me, I'm about to go and watch Law and Order, and shout out to all the Law and Order fans because one of the OGs of SVU passed away yesterday.
I saw, I saw
Yeah,
something flashing across CNN,
yeah,
and I didn't rewind to go back to see who they were talking
yeah,
about. So
yeah.
SVU, wow,
Yeah, because I can watch all of the old one, the SVU, the criminal. I can watch all Law and Order all
Lord
day,
Jesus,
all day.
because
Doom 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 doom. Yes.
I'm about to
Like,
clip that out. I'm about to clip that out and make that a meme. Doom doom. Dr. Brady, get off of here, Jesus. Oh God, Heidi got all type of information. Tournament of Champions, Harlem, top level chef. I guess this is stuff Heidi was watching.
some shows. Yeah, y'all, like seriously, put some shows in the, in the chat, please, because it's rare that I can catch up on shows. Like seriously, during the week, I ain't watching much of nothing. I'm just like
Sunday nights, and I'll leave this here. I have a Zeus, whatever TV subscription. So I have access to Baddies West, the Bad Boys Club. It's kind of like that Bad Girls Ratchet TV. Yes, I
hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Krishan Rock and Blueface.
That's escapism. That's escapism.
All right, we're not even going down that lane. Dr.
Sometimes
B.
look. We talk about mental health, right? Look, sometimes you need that because you be so plugged in, and I mean that in every sense of the word, like not just your electronics, but like you're on every single day. So like whatever you can do to be off and relax and be comfortable and laugh,
Listen,
and everything. Like, hey, Sharon Cornelius, Law and Order. I'm telling you, Law and Order.
Lord
And then
Jesus.
for somebody who loved Law and Order, they really took the cake when they had ID channel. I can't oh my gosh.
They showed all the Law and Orders like back to back.
No. They have other. It's like real crime. So even though Law and Order sometimes they base it on real crimes, but no, James. Okay, so as a Southerner, anybody who watched ID channel, one of my favorite shows, but it don't come on no more, was Southern Fried Homicide. Y'all, because it would be Southern stories, so Southern true crime stories, but they would always throw in like a Southern colloquialism or something. They'd be like, yep, she just didn't know how to chicken coop turn. And it would just be like, oh.
Dr. Brandy, they did not have a whole show called Southern Fried. What was it?
Southern Fried Homicide. I kid you not. They maybe only did like 2 or 3 seasons of it, but oh my gosh.
Listen, let me tell you, ain't enough of that Doppler hot sauce for that. Southern Fried Homicide.
Southern Fried Homicide, y'all. Mm-hmm. Southern Fried Homicide. They got everything, like Wives with Knives and all this other stuff. And again, for me, oftentimes I'm not even really watching the
enough
episode.
sauce. Ain't enough sauce in the world.
I just have it on in the background. It's literally just on in the background. It's on in the background. And I will say this though, when I'm watching ID, I often have to turn the channel when it's like a Black family. I'm like, this hit too close.
Listen,
or if it involves kids,
that's a whole different thing right there. Dr. B, we went past a little. This is our usual time, 9:37. But I'm just still tripping over Southern Fried Homicide.
Sharon Cornelius, y'all got Southern Fried. Heidi, am I lying? Heidi
said, Dr. B is my girl. Y'all are terrible. Listen,
Southern Fried Homicide, y'all. Like now, y'all gonna be wanting to look it up and look up the episodes. I'm telling you, Southern Fried Homicide go good with that hot sauce.
All right,
Hot
that's it. Listen, Dr. Brandy, get off of here. I'm getting off of here. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Teresa said she's seen it. She's seen it. Teresa. She said she's seen it. I've seen it.
I need y'all to have a
all right.
Southern Fried Homicide support.
We need to have like a Law and Order club, like all the episodes.
I'm still waiting on you and Heidi for the women's Java After Dark. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. We will see you. No, so I'm messing. But no, seriously, let me know because March is Women's History Month, and so
it's Women's History Month.
We can pull together, take y'all right up to Food for the Soul, and y'all sit there and we have the same convo, not the same convo, but have the same layout we had with the brothers.
Okay, Heidi, question, and it's for everybody in the group. LeBron James is now. He has the most points in NBA history. Where does that put him in the top 5? Does this now put him in the top 3 of all time great players?
They're not going to give that to him.
Now, look, that's a question.
Just based on what I saw the night and the tweets and the post after. Some celebrated, but some were still like, nope, MJ.
Yeah, celebrate, but then they were like,
yeah.
Does it put him in the top 3? Does he need another championship? What else does he need to
Teresa
do?
said no. All right, Dr. B, we you know I get anxiety start kicking in. We done drop down, Jesus. I'm getting off of here because it's just you, Heidi, and Teresa and me. No, so I'm messing. Y'all make sure y'all bring y'all happy self back and others tomorrow at 9, and y'all sidebar Dr. Brandy and figure out this women's Java After Dark. And I'm getting ready to go figure out what I'm going to be able to
hot sauce.
Yes.
Ooh, I need some chicken. I'm gonna have to make some chicken now. You're gonna make me make some chicken.
Dr. B, we'll tune in tomorrow, y'all, at 9 a.m. We'll see y'all and we'll talk about
some catfish, Southern Fried catfish.
Southern Fried Homicide. See y'all tomorrow. Bye, Dr. B.
Bye, y'all.